Alright, today I'm going to be fixing the power button on the iPhone 5 here. So this is what it looks like. It's a flex cable for the power button. Sometimes the power button can be, well, just jammed in there, and that could be a simple fix. And then there's cases where the power button will be completely rendered useless by internal damaging. This one, however, they did break the front of the screen as well. They didn't break the LCD, just the glass, which is an easy replacement. I'm actually getting a part in, should be maybe tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, that allows me to do glass repair screens, or glass repairs, a lot easier. So we're going to remove the battery, and it's really all about placement. You want to remember where you place everything, because as I said in my previous videos, there is a lot of screws. Alright. There may be some awkward silence in this video, but if you want to see my process, then go ahead and watch. So we're going to remove these screws. That connect the connector plate on here. This is so whenever you put back these screens, you can put this over so it connects the cables, or protects the cables. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different screws that you have to take out. 2 of them you have to take out with flatheads, and wait, no, 3 you have to take out with flatheads, and the other 1, 2 you have to take out with a Phillips. The ones you take out with a flathead are these right here. If it would focus in, it's basically for so that you can screw another screw over top of it. But Apple does love to complicate things. It's one of their many talents. This repair probably takes about 20 minutes at the most. Most repairs are pretty quick. And then if you're doing this repair yourself, there's these 2 screws in the corner that you want to look out for, because they will pull these cables and they're very fragile. They will rip and you'll have to spend more money. And that's never a good thing. I thought I could do this without removing the speakers, but I guess not. I'll have to go ahead and take these out. On the iPhone 4s, you can remove it without removing the speakers. But the iPhone 4 is also a lot more complicated. There's almost anything on the iPhone 4 or 4S. They're very similar. They do like to be very complicated. Because if you want to replace the screen, you have to take out everything in the phone. I now know why. I forgot to take out the SIM card. I know I have that piece around here somewhere. All right. Yeah, and be careful for that, because if you put too much pressure on that, you'll rip out the motherboard, and that's never a good thing. And be careful when pulling that once again, because there is a wire for the Wi-Fi antenna attached right there. Now we're going to remove 2 screws and a plate. And then 1 more screw connecting the power button. Alright. Oh, and the 2 screws connecting to the volume buttons as well. Set these up here. The good thing about repairing a broken cable is you don't have to worry about, being careful and not ripping it. I try to do it just for common practice. Well, not ripping the cable, that is. There we go. And occasionally you'll drop a screw. Kind of hate yourself for it. But that's why you keep around magnet connectors. Because they'll help you locate things when you cannot see them with your eyes. And you have no idea how convenient that is whenever you're working with very small items. Alright, here's the old power button connector. Didn't rip it, so that's good. And then the new one, I always wear gloves when I do repairs because the oils from your skin can get on the connectors or the logic board, and well, it's just not very good for you or your phone. Alright, that's good. Although there's going to be some pre-adhesive on here. You also see some blue, it's not tape, but covering over the adhesive already. If that's not on there, then you should probably return the part. Because you need that adhesive for the phone to stay in place, or for the part to stay in place in the phone. It's been about 15 minutes so far. I'm doing pretty good on time. Oh, they have the whole new power button piece and everything, so you can take these old ones off. Like I always say, you want to be very careful when working with any kind of flex cable, because flex cables are very, very sensitive and they can break very easily, and nobody likes a broken flex cable. So you want to make sure it doesn't get cut on anything. Someone keeps messaging me. I'm not sure who it is, but they will have to wait. Somebody's feeling oddly important, because I know that I'm not that popular. That also makes sense because that's not the right screw. Here we go. I'll get back to that one in a second. want to be able to hear the click. That goes there. That goes on top. Well, I'm gonna have to answer that real quick because that might be a customer. That's a group message. Those are always fun. Oh, and I remember. I dropped that on the floor. We'll have to find it and get back. Alright, found the piece. And so we're going to be screwing that in there. Alright. Okay, it's not clicking. So we don't have it in there right. There we go. It is a very tedious process, because you have to get that connector just right. Come on. There we go. All right, that's good. Now we can move on to the other phases. Give me 1 second. I had to take care of a little something. Alright, now back to business. We're going to take off this blue sticker. Being very careful. Maybe I could people stop messaging me while I'm working. It's preposterous. Alright. Now everything's ready to be put back in place. Actually underestimated how long this would take. Okay. This one is going to have this piece right here. You know, I'm not a very popular person until I'm doing something important. And then it always seems that everybody wants to text me, or message me, or communicate somehow. I find it very inconvenient. One of the reasons I probably don't have a lot of friends, because I don't really care what people think. I'm more worried about making myself better than, caring how many friends I have. To some people it may seem a bit, ostentatious, or whatever variation of the word you choose. I swear I haven't gotten this many messages at one time in days. I mean, it's quite hilarious.